Tyler, you got one past me on Preston. Yeah, that slid right past me. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Sistas. This is season 1, episode 14. As I said, Tyler kind of slipped one past me. I was sure that Preston was mulatto. I didn't realize that Preston was being written in as a Caucasian character. Because when I look at him, I don't see Caucasian. I thought he was actually mixed. So very interesting that it was very interesting. I mean, because his whole storyline is written in like he is literally just a whole white cowboy. But when I look at him, I just see it looks like just a mixed individual. He looks like he's half black and half white. He does not look Caucasian to me, but I don't know. Whatever. Okay, cool. Whatever. He everything about him looks very. He don't look Caucasian to me. I'm sorry. He doesn't. His body structure, and because see, our body structures are different. That is the telltale sign. Most times, there's a definite difference between a white man's body and a black man's body. Preston's body structure says something other than Caucasian. It says there's something else going on. And we've seen all of them for the most part. And it doesn't read Caucasian to me. But whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it really doesn't matter, but it's going to be kind of hard to sell the real cowboy line like that when he doesn't really look like, even with the cowboy hat and the cowboy boots, he still just looks like a half black, half white person that could possibly be from Texas. Just, I don't know, whatever. Might just be me. Y'all let me know in the comments. He's beautiful. Either way. He's beautiful. Either way. Let's go. First things first. Miss Maurice, girl. I'm gonna need you not to do none of that no more. You understand me? None of that. We don't need to see you in that vein no more. And them little draws, horrible. Horrible. Those were the worst. I was like, the fit is off. That just didn't look good at all. I was like, really, Tyler? Child, stop it. Anyway, that wasn't cute. But anyway, so Sabrina busts into her place. She rips the door open, and you got Javier, Maurice, and Calvin all in the bed. But they're fully clothed, but they playing her. And then after that, it went to a thing where I didn't feel bad for Sabrina. Because all that you had done, it was really a mean trick that they played on her. It was a mean trick, but it was warranted. You asked for that. You pushed and you pushed and you prodded and you played and you ended up getting exactly what you deserved. And then you turned around and got to crying and playing the victim. I really wanted to pop her in her head. Like, what is the issue? Because this is what you thought you knew. He gave you what you thought you knew, and now you're going to sit up and cry and beg and whine, and you don't want him to leave, and you don't understand why he's offended. Are you serious? He should have ended it a long time ago with you. You two, see, because what happened is you got digmatized, is what happened. Even with the fact that you had a problem with him being so open with his sexuality and you played in him with that vibrator. You should have pulled out then, no pun intended. You should have pulled out and said, you know what, this is a bit too much. I'm not comfortable. You didn't do that. Then he finds out you done told everybody all his business. All his business. I don't care how freaky of a man that you run into. No man wants you walking through the streets telling anybody that you've been playing with his prostate. None. No man. Not even a gay one. They could play them games, but they don't really want you walking around telling everybody that you've been playing in their child. No ma'am. So all of that was like you violated him. And then on top of it, you got this whole thing. He basically, I felt bad for him. I didn't feel bad for Sabrina. He walking around and at this point he basically knows everybody's laughing at you. Everybody been laughing at you at the hand of Sabrina. How do you think he's supposed to feel? Girl, I don't feel sorry for you. And he should have walked out on you, and he shouldn't want to be bothered with you. But something tells me we haven't seen the last of Calvin. Because you got a whole begging spirit. Because other than the part where you were playing with the vibrator, he tore you down. Tore you down. And I think you're going to have a hard time getting some more of that girlfriend, but whatever. And when he told her, you like me for who you want me to be. You don't like me for who I am. I said, well, this is true. This is true. Get your little self a going, honey, lace panties and all, going out the door. And I just got sick of him trying to act like he didn't understand it. Like, you're not the most masculine creature. You come across very metrosexual, and that is what that is. So, but she just went so far with it. She went too far. So I don't feel sorry for old Sabrina. So, child, cut them tears out. Moving on. So Zach and Karen. Zach, you doing the most. You're actually really pissed with Karen, all because you're jealous, and you're jealous of the fact that you screwed around on her 9 million times, and finally y'all broke up, and then in that instant, you feel like she went ahead and slept with somebody. And she actually didn't. But so what if she did? So what if she did? And the whole time, you know that you got somebody pregnant. You literally got somebody pregnant and she don't know about it, but you still got the nerve to have an attitude. You cute, but you're not that cute. You doing too much. Way too much. A whole mess. And then he got upset, and as he's talking to her, he go ahead and tell her about the girl being pregnant. And then you act stupid like you don't understand why she got an attitude. I said, what is wrong with you people? What's wrong with y'all? And she wasn't feeling him at all. So he done gone on about his way. I said, none of it don't make no sense. It's just stupid. Very, very stupid. Anyway, so the girls are all hanging out. Zach is wherever. Danny, and of course we did a Tyler Perry thing because it was like stretched out for like 30 minutes of wasted time. But Danny says she's going to call Preston because she told him, Karen said, I'm tired of talking about, my little situation. Andy wasn't interested in talking about her situation. And she says, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call Preston. She told him about Preston, but she said, yeah, he's white. And they went through the whole thing of him being white. And that's what I was saying. White? He ain't white. But yeah, that's the way Tyler wrote him in. He's white. Tyler, the funny thing is, you have actors that you could have reached out to that actually give you that feel. You could have gone and pulled the guy who would have been perfect for what you wrote. Because Preston, again, we're going to enjoy looking at Preston. And I think that's how you cast Preston. You cast Preston along. He fits in with the guys on Sistas. He fits in. And that's why he comes across as mulatto and not as white. But for me, if you would have went back to Too Close to Home and pulled the main character from there, the really, really sharp white guy with the long hair that actually did look like a cowboy, the nice one. That I can't think of his name, but that now if you would have pulled him, then I could ride with you with the storyline you wrote, because he is completely a white boy, completely, uh, uh, totally, he gives that vibe of being from the farm and being the cowboy and all of that, and fine as shit. He would have fit that. He was right that you have these actors at hand. I didn't understand. Preston just looks good and he just fits it, but he does not come across to me as Caucasian. He just doesn't. Anyway, and then you even wrote him in that his parents is racist. Ain't no way you got this baby that looked like them half black baby, and whatever. Again, maybe it's just, I mean, even his swag, his style, everything he had on except for the, no, all of it. Even with the flannel shirt and that, it read black boy, not white boy. It did. Even his flannel shirt was like fitted and tight and stuff. That, and he got on stretch jeans. Cowboys don't wear stretch jeans, boo. Cowboys wear straight up Lee jeans made with that stiff ass damn denim that they can't even hardly bend over. That's what they wear. They don't wear no stretch denim. Black boys wear stretch denim. That's a black boy thing. That's urban. That's the urban version. And he did, even his boots didn't look down, like nothing but a farm. He just looked like an old fly ass half white boy. That's what he looked like. That still got. He had a leather goddamn. His cowboy hat was leather. Stop. What's wrong? I'm like, Tyler, do you not listen to people? Because I know you got stylists. And who are these stylists? I told you, listen, you can call me. You can call me to write. You can call me to do styling. You can call me, because I do all those things. You need me on your somewhere, but not if you're not going to listen to me, because if you ain't going to listen to me, I'm going to cuss your ass out. But you need me. You need me. Are you listening? In case you run across this, because I know you watch a couple of us. If you listen, my information is down in the information box. You need me, Tyler, because this shit's getting ridiculous now. And I can help you on a couple of shows. Have and have nots, this one, and on the Oval. Anyway, that's my own shameless little plug. Let me get off my soapbox. But I'm boom, boom, bam it. And I'm back, but I'm serious. But if you ain't going to listen to me, Tyler, then don't call me, because I'll cuss your ass out if you ain't going to listen to me. But anyway, so she calls Preston from the car. They're talking, and she, of course, she leads him along. She's like, "Do you want to take me out for dinner?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "When?" "Now." I said, "Oh God, Danny." Okay, whatever. So anyhow, moving on. Andy goes home and runs into Leslie. I said, "Oh, Miss Leslie, no, no, no." And she got her a bottle of wine. I said, "Girl, she done rolled up on you, lesbian guns ablazing, baby. She ready to give you something, honey." And, they go through the whole little half non-niceties, honey. And she comes in and they get talking. She says, "I think we can help each other, because I think we both have been hoodwinked. And you don't need to let him off." And I'm pissed too. They both did us. They did. And Andy was real short with her, because Andy's still in love with him. She says, and I see he went home, but see, this is what I believe. I believe you sent him home. I don't believe he went home on his own. And she's telling me that they all right and they had sex and it was the best that they've had and this, that, and the other. She's like, "Why are you telling me that?" She said, "Exactly. That's what I thought. I thought you sent him home. That's how it read to me." And she said, "No, I didn't." She said, "No, because," she said, "Why would I do that?" She said, "Because it lets you off the hook. So you think. But no, it's going to still come back to bite you." And she was like, looking at her. And then she basically told her to get out. And she told her, she says, "Well, if he's coming to see you and stuff like that, I'm going to know. I'm going to know." Yep. I'm a no. And she's like, I said, well, girl, she's letting you know she got her good old eye on your ass, honey. So Danny is actually on her way. When she gets to her house, because she's like running to hurry up and change her clothes. Because she told, and that was funny. She told Preston to meet her at her house, and I'm like, you don't know him. Did any of y'all catch that? Like, Tyler, it's 2020. 2020. No woman, and then she works at the airport. She works at the airport. She is a smart woman, and she's actually educated. She broke and she's ghetto and stuff, but she's educated in a way that she, her job entails that she knows about terrorism and all these different things and being safe as a woman. There's no way that Danny's character would just invite a man that she's never met to come to her house for the very first meeting. That just would not happen. And then a white man at that. She ain't never dated no white man before. None of that. That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. Come on, you got to think some of this stuff out, Tyler, for real. Stop playing. Anyway, but she gets to the house as that. I get so thrown off with this, and I'm so busy cussing his assault. Anyway, so Zach is there, and she's like, I ain't got time for you. I don't have time for you. Don't even start. They going back and forth. She tells him, you got a lot of nerve, you know, to even be doing all of this kind of carrying on you doing. And he's like, I'm jealous and I don't want to be jealous. She like, listen, that's your problem. You need to deal with it. You need to get your shit together. Get out. I have a date. So you got to go. So I said, I just laughed. I was like, damn. And then he's like, no, I ain't leaving. She would take her blouse off and he's going to say, okay, I'm gone. I'm gone. He laughed. The two of them are hilarious. They were, and even how at this point, I think it's going to cause a problem later. Him and her have a connection. They have a connection. They are a couple within a couple. Like they definitely have respect for Karen and feel and knows that he should be with Karen, but at the same time they know that they like each other and they would actually be the better couple because they literally are like an old couple. They remind me of Jed and Granny from Beverly Hillbillies. Them two are a mess. They're a mess, and that's weird because Jed and Granny. I think Granny was actually Jed's mother, but that's how they vibe like that. Like they're just too in sync with each other. I don't know. Maybe not Jed and Granny because that's yeah. I think I don't think Jed is Gran. I think Jed is actually Granny's son. So no, I take that back. That's kind of weird. But well, they're just like an old married couple. That's just funny as hell. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, Jed and Granny. Scratch that from the record. That's kind of weird. Anyway, um, she goes and gets dressed, puts her little heels on, her little dress, man. Preston shows up. And then they go on, and she's like, "Yeah." They end up saying they're gonna cook. He's like, "I'll cook for you." So you got to talk about possum and squirrels like that, baby. I'm not going to eat any of that. None of that. We go to the grocery store though, and now I thought, I don't agree with him going to the house or being at the house on the first date, but just as a date in general, that the man is going to cook for you, and then y'all are actually going to go to the grocery store together to shop. That's sexy. That is a nice date. You know, with one of your earlier dates, but it couldn't be the first date because you can't come to my house, and I'm not coming to your house on the first date. I'm definitely not. But I thought that was cute. That's a cute date. But then they go to the store. Danny's insecurities show up. There's two girls in the store, Kiki and then laugh and then walk in and basically flirt with him. He's so clueless. He don't even get. He didn't even get it. He didn't even catch it. He didn't know. And just she got an attitude. It's like, oh, just put all of that back. And then she's already begging. I was like, girl, you begging and acting broken. No, she ain't acting, but you broke. But he's that dude. He like, I got it. And I was like, that's a child. Well, just if you can't get it together, Miss Thing. But anyway, so he's trying to figure that out. He's paying them girls' deaths. They're on the way back to the house, and they're talking. Oh, and listen, there's another continuity situation. Her hair was a mess in the store. What's up with that wig? Her wig was a mess in the store. It wasn't the same because her wig is generally it's all the way blown out and the curls are all separated. It was bunched up like they had put a new wig on her. That was shot. That store scene was shot before the scene at the house because the wig is older. Her wig is older. Her wig was still, they had a fresh out of the bag look while she was in the car and while she's in the grocery store. The wig finally was looking like it was supposed to be looking when she was at the house. Those scenes were filmed out of sequence. Tyler. Anyway, I do hair too, Tyler. So that's hair, wardrobe, styling, and writing. What's up? You just write me one big check. You know how you like to do everything? You just write me one big check, or you can give me 4 separates. It's cool. However you want to do it. Anyway, so they get down to the thing, and he's like, well, she's like, you could, he broke her down, told her, anybody think about them? And you funny, because she went through this whole thing. She's like, you think I'm a joke? Like, don't try to do the Jedi mind trick on me. I ain't did nothing wrong. So she told him, you know what, you come on out, but I don't really want to eat. I just got something else in mind. And I was like, Danny, what you talking about? And he caught it and he threw it back at her and said, are you going to be gentle? And she's like, no. He's like, well, yeah, you my kind of woman. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. I said, no, you didn't catch that ball, Preston, and throw it right back. Listen, Preston went on upstairs with her. They were sitting on the couch. She told him, take your clothes off. And he got up and took them off. And I said, Preston. And that's when I told Preston ain't white. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Preston mixed with something. Preston's not white. I need to see a white parent, 2 white parents, and then I need to see all 4 of their white parents before I believe it. There's sorry, I ain't buying it. But okay, fine. Two goddamn gather. You hear me? But again, his whole physique didn't read as Caucasian. I don't care what y'all say. Anyway, put it in the comments. We can go back and forth. Um, Child, listen. Press is ready to get down. He's ready to get down. I said, oh, okay, cool. And then that's what they talked about, he said he never dated no black girls, and it's because his parents were really against it or whatever. And she's like, oh, so they're racist. He was like, that's just weird in other places. Yeah, they're racist. That's it. But he was telling her, he was like, but look at your skin. It's so beautiful. And this, that, and the other. Baby, he was looking at her. I said, girl, he wants some of you, Miss Danny. And Miss Danny was right with it. She was like, well, come on and bust it open. He jumped right on her, honey. I said, go Preston. Anyway, I don't know how you're gonna tell your people about you and your little black woman, but I think it's on and popping with Danni and Preston. Anyway, let's go over here. Sabrina and Andy go to the club. This whole scene was just stupid to me. They meet this ball player. He was cute, but he was goofy as hell. Um, he got him in the club. He was really up in Andy's face. Andy had this real sharp top on. It was like an off the shoulder, one sided. Y'all know I love the old asymmetric piece, but it was really sharp. But she was being a real bitch, and then she runs into this other guy, and he is actually the owner of a firm that she interviewed with before she got her job, and he done offered her a job. He said, you know, you got a seat whenever you want it. and he met at the office and on his lap. And I was like, okay, so here we go, Tyler. You're opening the door for her to be able to leave her firm to get out of that drama that she was in. I was like, all right, I see. I get it. But then I was looking at Sabrina and that scene. Why was Sabrina acting so thirsty? She was all thirsty about it. I was like, it's clear that he's not hitting for you. Like, shut up, Sabrina. Sabrina got on my nerves in this episode. She really did. Anyway, so back over at Karen's house, Aaron shows up. And they're talking, and he's like, I don't even know why I'm here. And I'm out. He's playing his part very, very well. The actor that plays Aaron, because he literally looks like a person that's like walking around in a daze. Him and Karen both are doing a damn good job playing their parts. But baby, the two of them ended up kissing, and Zach walked in. Baby, poor, I think Zach is so sharp. Zach walked in, baby. Zach, he had that fist balled up. I said, Aaron, he get ready to get you, boo. He is getting ready to get you. And Karen, you might catch a little piece too. He had his little fist balled up. I said, go, Zach, go, Zach, go. I like Zach. I don't want him to beat up Aaron, but, Aaron might have to take one for the team. Go, Zach, go. He ain't got no, well, yeah, he had a reason to be mad now. She doing too much. But anyway, I think Zach's going to get kicked to the curb. But anyway, we got to see how it's all going to play out. Pretty good episode. Tyler, you need me on payroll. Flat out. That's the last thing I got to say for this week. I'll talk to y'all later.